I want to begin with a simple truth: you are capable of far more than you know. Deep within you lies the seed of greatness, the potential to achieve extraordinary things, to live a life filled with purpose, contribution, and fulfillment. But here's the question: how do you unlock that potential? How do you go from where you are today to the person you know you can become tomorrow? I still remember years ago, sitting in a small apartment, struggling to pay rent, confused about my future. I worked hard, but it felt like I was running in circles. One day, I asked myself, what if my real limitations aren't the world outside of me, but the world inside of me? What if my beliefs, my habits, my choices are the keys, or the locks, to my future? That question changed my life. Today, I want to share with you 10 keys that will help you unlock your full potential. These are timeless principles. They have worked for millions of people, and if you take them seriously, they can transform your life as well. First, realize that every person has unlimited potential waiting to be discovered. Most people underestimate themselves. They look at successful people and think, they must be special, they must be lucky. But the truth is, success is not about luck. It is about principles applied consistently. Imagine a field full of seeds. Every seed has the potential to grow into a tree, but only if it is planted, watered, and nurtured. Your mind, your abilities, your talents, they are those seeds. The potential is there, but unless you act, unless you take responsibility for your growth, those seeds remain buried. I used to think I had no special talent, but then I realized talent is less important than commitment. Potential becomes power only when you decide to use it. Second, understand that the biggest limitations are not external, they are internal. So many people blame circumstances. They say, if only I had more money, more time, more support, then I could succeed. But some of the greatest stories in history are of people who started with nothing. Helen Keller, blind and deaf, became a global symbol of courage. Abraham Lincoln faced failure after failure before becoming one of the greatest presidents. What stops most people is not the world. It is self-doubt. It is fear. It is the belief that, I can't. Henry Ford once said, whether you think you can, or you think you can't, you're right. Your beliefs shape your reality. If you want to unlock your full potential, you must first unlock your mind. You must believe that you are capable of more. Third, clarity of purpose is the foundation of greatness. You cannot hit a target you cannot see. The clearer you are about what you want, the faster you will move toward it. When I first started in sales, I was failing miserably. Then one of my mentors asked me, what exactly is your goal? I realized I didn't have one. I was just hoping things would work out. So I sat down, wrote a clear target income, and broke it into weekly sales goals. Suddenly, I had a purpose. Every morning, I knew what I was aiming for. And here's the magic: when you have clarity, your brain works like a magnet. You start noticing opportunities you would have missed. People appear in your life. Resources show up. Why? Because clarity attracts energy. Ask yourself right now, what do I really want in life? What kind of person do I want to become? What legacy do I want to leave? The answers to those questions are the key to your potential. Fourth, setting meaningful, written goals unlocks hidden energy. Study after study shows that people who write down their goals are far more likely to achieve them. Why? Because writing crystallizes thought. A goal in your head is just a wish. A goal on paper is a commitment. I remember the first time I wrote down 10 goals for the year. At the time, some of them seemed impossible. But at the end of that year, I looked back and realized I had achieved 8 out of 10. Not because I was smarter or luckier, but because every day I reminded myself of what I wanted. Your subconscious mind works like a powerful GPS. When you set a goal, it starts searching for ways to get there. It alerts you to opportunities, ideas, and connections. But the GPS only works if you program it. Write your goals, review them daily, and never underestimate the power of a pen and paper to change your life. Fifth, self-discipline is the bridge between dreams and reality. If I had to give you one word, one quality that unlocks potential more than any other, it is discipline. Discipline is doing what you must do when you must do it, whether you feel like it or not. Anyone can dream big dreams. But the difference between the successful and the unsuccessful is discipline. I'll be honest, discipline is hard. I still remember training myself to wake up an hour earlier to read and plan my day. At first, it was painful. But within months, my productivity doubled. Discipline is like a muscle. The more you practice it, the stronger it becomes. Think about it. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you build character. And every time you build character, you unlock another level of potential. Sixth, the habit of continuous learning sharpens your edge. In today's world, knowledge doubles every few years. If you stop learning, you fall behind. But if you dedicate yourself to lifelong learning, you will always have the advantage. When I was younger, I discovered a life-changing habit: listening to audio programs while driving. Instead of wasting time in traffic, I turned my car into a university on wheels. Within a few years, I had absorbed more knowledge than most people do in decades. That knowledge gave me ideas, strategies, and confidence. Read books, listen to podcasts, attend seminars, learn from every experience. If you dedicate just 1 hour a day to learning in your field, in 5 years you will be among the top experts in your industry. Knowledge is the key that opens doors. Seventh, time management determines how far you go. Time is life. When you waste time, you waste life. The people who achieve the most are not necessarily the smartest. They are the ones who use their time wisely. One of the greatest lessons I ever learned was the 80-20 rule. 20% of your activities produce 80% of your results. The key to unlocking potential is focusing on that 20%. Ask yourself daily, what is the one thing I can do right now that will have the biggest impact on my future? Then do it first. Every minute wasted is a minute you can never get back. But every minute invested wisely compounds into a future beyond your imagination. Eighth, resilience and persistence create unstoppable momentum. The road to success is never straight. You will face setbacks, failures, and disappointments. But the winners are not those who never fail. They are those who never quit. Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. Each failure was not the end, but a step closer to success. Every great achievement in history was built on persistence. I remember failing at sales presentations again and again. People slammed doors in my face, but I made a decision: I would not quit until I succeeded. And that persistence eventually paid off. When you refuse to quit, life eventually yields to you. Ninth, and the people you surround yourself with shape your future. Jim Rohn said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." Who are you spending your time with? Are they lifting you higher or pulling you down? If you want to unlock your potential, spend time with people who challenge you, inspire you, and believe in you. Avoid negative people like the plague. Energy is contagious. If you surround yourself with dreamers, doers, and winners, you will inevitably rise to their level. 10th, unlocking your full potential is a lifelong journey. Act today. There is no finish line. Growth never ends. The key is to begin now. Don't wait for perfect conditions. They will never come. Start where you are, with what you have, and do what you can. Imagine a year from now, if you apply even half of these principles: clarity, goals, discipline, learning, time management, resilience. How different would your life look? Imagine 5 years from now. The person you become will be unrecognizable compared to who you are today. But it starts with one choice: the choice to act. So my friends, here is the truth. You already have the key to unlock your potential. It is within you. The only question is, will you use it? Will you step into the life you are capable of living? I urge you, don't settle for average. Don't let fear or doubt keep you small. Stand tall, believe in yourself, and take action. Because when you unlock your potential, you don't just change your life, you inspire everyone around you to do the same. Thank you.